I mentioned banking and financial awareness, including general awareness. Actually, it is including general awareness. Banking, specifically that all the bank exams, that banking and financial awareness, they are concentrating. Definitely that we should know that all these properly. The commerce students are getting more advantage because actually that banking purpose are their own. They covered all these from their plus one onwards. They are covering all those things. That anyway that they will get more advantage than the others from this purpose. Okay. What is banking? Very simply that we can mention that accepting deposit and lending loan. Very first option, first function, accepting deposit and lending loan. How a bank will start? Only after getting RBI license that a bank can start. Only after getting RBI license a bank can start. RBI second schedule they have to include, getting license they have to include your bank in RBI's second schedule. Then only there you can start a bank. So many formalities and regulatory measures are there. Then only that you will be getting license this as a scheduled bank. Before that I can tell you the Bankers Bank, RBI is the Bankers Bank. RBI Act passed in 1934, RBI Act. Then after that 1934 RBI Act, 1935 RBI established. Then 1949 after the independence, nationalization of RBI, Reserve Bank of India. That nationalization of RBI happened in 1949 through the act passed in the Parliament, and Reserve Bank of India established as Indian Bankers Bank. Then the same year on another Banking Regulation Act also implemented. That act passed in the Parliament in the same year itself, 1949 itself, Banking Regulation Act. These are the major important act based on the banking. That RBI Act 1934 and Banking Regulation Act 1949. This is related to RBI. The main objective of RBI is Bankers Bank, to regulate the entire bank. When we are mentioning the functions of RBI, first one definitely should be Bankers Bank, and second one as banker to the government, both central and state, and third one issue of currency and announcing monetary policy to control the entire monetary systems of our country, announcing monetary policies. Usually monetary policies are annual monetary policy, mid-term policy, and interim policies also there. This at present so many changes because of the inflation, so many changes in international monetary policies. Always at so many times that new policies always RBI is announcing time to time to settle these situations, to arrange the situations, to manage the situations. That is the present system of monetary policies. Very important thing in banking sector. The monetary policies announced by RBI is a controlling factor regarding the growth of bank. Okay. Then functions of RBI already mentioned. So many other functions are also there. Foreign exchange regulator. So many functions are there. That major functions I just mentioned, and very detailed classes will be. Then after that we will give you that first thing that for getting a clear idea regarding all these that I am giving. Just an introduction. In 1955, State Bank of India formation of State Bank in India. Before that, so many banks, Imperial Bank, the name was Imperial Bank, so many banks together, and finally that State Bank of India formation. The need of the government bank, an act passed in the Parliament, State Bank of India Act 1955, that State Bank of India, formation of State Bank of India as government bank. Then after all these, both state and central government accounts are routed through these banks. And 1969, Srimati Indira Gandhi, then Prime Minister, she announced the nationalization of bank. Before that, all the banks were private banks. Then she announced a very important event in banking history, that is nationalization, first nationalization of banks. That is 14 major banks were nationalized. At that time 14 major banks first nationalized. Then after 1980, that second bank nationalization, 6 more banks were nationalized. That 14 plus 6, 20. Then after that 92, 93, one of the bank merged. That first bank merged, a new Bank of India merged to Punjab National Bank. Then only 19 banks plus State Bank. Another thing is that State Bank already started after the 1955 State Bank formation of State Bank of India. They started some group banks, some subsidiary banks of State Bank of India. Those were at that time that 7 subsidiaries were there. Then after gradually that all those merged one by one, and finally at present only State Bank of India together with 7 associate banks, only one State Bank of India is there. That is the premier bank and best bank, biggest bank. And regarding the network, it is a number on the world regarding the network of branches. That is State Bank of India. Recently that State Bank of India, all the associate bank united and formed into one. The recruitment of State Bank of India that we are expecting always, that a very good recruitment always we are getting all the years. That is State Bank of India. Then a clear idea regarding State Bank of India already you got. Then after that remaining that 19 associate banks were there. Nationalized banks were there. Why it is nationalized? Why that banks were nationalized? In order to ensure banking benefit to the entire public. Earlier, that when it was a private, when those banks were private banks, entire public were not getting the advantage. Only limited persons are getting the advantage of banks. Then after that Prime Minister realized the reality, then for getting the maximum benefit to the entire public, here that around 70% of the public are rural public and agriculturists. Indian economy is based on the same. For the growth of the rural public, definitely that they have to ensure that everybody should get the banking benefit. That is why that she nationalized. Then after the second nationalization, everywhere the saturation was there, more banks and more benefits, and all the banks are lavishly advanced so much finance to the entire public, so much are misutilized, and the health of the bank reduced in 1991. That is why the relevance of new economic policy introduced after the 90s, 2000, and that decade, the introduction of new economic policy, because of the failure of these financial institutions, because over exposure was there. That was the situation. And then after a new committee were appointed, that committee, that Narasimha committee, introduced all the recommendations, and the introduction of all the recommendations that exactly partly privatization of these banks. That is the second part of bank. Okay, thank you.